Game right now, nothing happens when you're clicking. I just clicked a bunch of times, so I got like 5 wrong answers, and then that's why everything stopped. Let's take a look at the original. The original game has this canvas, and it has a score and a wrongs click, so it's actually kind of telling you how many you get wrong before the game's over and all that stuff, and you get a score. So if I'm clicking wrong, you'll see I did it real fast. Okay, so let's hook that up. So in the scripts, you're going to see these boxes right here, UI and game over. You have score text and wrong. Okay, so what we need first is we're going to control right click, and we're going to go to UI, and we need a canvas. Okay, now if you forgot what a canvas is or you're new to Unity, a canvas is like an overlay screen. You'll see this canvas change shape every time I change like the dimensions of my screen. And the canvas is like a clear, window over top of any game you make. The canvas does that. Okay, so now I'm gonna put text boxes in there. So you're gonna right click on this, control click, UI, text, and I believe we go with Text Mesh Pro, and you will need to import them if this is your first time. And go ahead and hit import TNP essentials, and let's just go with the extras as well. I feel like there was a couple of edge cases where some people's fonts didn't work all the way when they didn't do that, so let's just put them in there. Okay, so now we have this font asset, and we could see that it says new text. I'm gonna say score up there, and so we know this one's for the score, and I'll move it up here. Okay, and then if you play around with these, you might notice that, oh, now the score is off the side. So you could, when you select this, you could go over here in this anchor. You could click that, and if you hold Option and you click this up here, it'll put it in the top left corner, and it'll stay anchored to the corner of the canvas. So when you change the canvas, it'll always stay anchored in that corner, and you can move it, and it's like kind of calculating. It'll always be where that little anchor spot is. Okay, so let's, I'm going to say text. I'm going to write the word score after it. Okay, and then let's do this again. I could probably copy and paste that, or I could just do this again. Right click, UI, Text Mesh Pro. We're going to call this one wrong count, or whatever you want to, just so you know what it is. And then I will do the opposite corner. Hold Option. I'm holding Option. Click there, and then let's maybe put it right there. Get away from the lights a little bit, and then I'll say, I'll just say wrong. I'll just type wrong in this little text input field. Okay, now we need to wire that up on our script. So we'll select this scripts, and it's looking right here. I'm sorry, right here. We're looking for some text boxes. So we're going to go score. What is going on here? Let's see. Text. I may not have, maybe I was wrong about it being Text Mesh Pro types. Ooh, that's interesting. Was it just regular? Maybe I'm thinking ahead, and I should have just went legacy text. Let me just try something real quick. I might have done a lot of useless stuff there. Okay. I am sorry, but I think you've learned a little bit about the Text Mesh Pro stuff. It's okay. Let's just, real quickly, let's do this again. But this time, we are going to hit Canvas. My apologies. I know some of you are going to be really mad that you did all that extra work for nothing. But you've learned some stuff, so I'm not going to edit it out of the video. So I'm going to hit Legacy Text. This is without using Text Mesh Pro, so that, and I'll just call it Score Text. Okay, so Text Mesh Pro is just more fancy. And why don't I see it in here? Where is, let's go 2D. Why don't I see my font? It's so faint. Oh, it's because the color is dark. There we go. So I change the color of that, and then to that, and let's go 30 for the size. Okay, and where is my font? Can it not get to 30? 12, 21, 28. What is up with that? That's an interesting thing. Let's just change the size. Let's go back to 2D. I'm going to take this tool, double click, and with this tool, oh, that's what it is. You have to enlarge this box. Okay, so 30 was just going outside of the text box. So what I did is I used this tool right here to enlarge the text box. And again, you did learn this. I can go fast now. I just anchored it to the right. If you double click something, it'll zoom right to it. And no, it didn't really zoom right to it, did it? Okay. Okay, now I'll show you a shortcut. Command C, Command V. I just copied and pasted that, and I'm gonna set it over to there. And let's change the font to wrong. We'll call this wrong text. Okay, and then we will, you can do this right here and say this, set it to the right of the paragraph, like it sets it to the right side of the text. And then let's move this in here. And now we can go to scripts and drag these in. Score text. And this should have said wrong text. Let's edit this. Wrong text. I guess I didn't hit enter or return. So scripts, and then go drag this wrong text into there. And then let's hit play. And when I hit the wrong arrow keys, my wrong clicks is going up, and then game over right there. So in the next tutorial, we will put a button that appears when the game's over so it could reset. Let's try this one more time and see if I can get if my score will increase if I click the buttons when the arrow is over the other arrow. It is. I'm getting to see all those points I'm getting. And you don't get any negative points for going at the wrong time, but you could only mess up 5 times. I'll just like this, and then the game ends. Okay? So you learned a little bit about TextMesh Pro, even though we're not using it. Why would you use TextMesh Pro anyways? It is, they're fancier fonts. You can add effects and stuff to them differently than this legacy text. Okay? So go ahead and have fun doing that, and have fun.